Avengers Endgame is going to be the 22nd movie in the MCU, and there are a lot of things to understand about the MCU, and there's a lot of history with all the characters, but I'm here to give you the top 5 films to watch before Avengers Endgame to make sure that you understand most, if not all, of what's happening in that film. Do you have a list of MCU movies that you think people should see before seeing Avengers Endgame? Jump down in the comments section below and comment your top 5 MCU films that you think people should see before walking into Avengers 4. Also, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. The first movie I would recommend checking out is the first Avengers film. This will establish who the Avengers are, how they all came together in the first place, and build up some of those character dynamics and relationships that are going to be key in Avengers Endgame, and also will give you more depth and emotional weight when watching Avengers Endgame. The second movie I would recommend checking out before seeing Avengers Endgame is the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, directed by James Gunn. For basically the same reason as the first Avengers movie, this will give you an establishment of who the Guardians of the Galaxy are. It will introduce you to characters like Gamora and Nebula, who are daughters of Thanos, and also will introduce you to the character of Thanos, who is a main player in Avengers Infinity War and going to be in Avengers Endgame. And seeing as Nebula is also going to be in Avengers Endgame, it will give you more of an understanding and again, an emotional depth and weight to the relationship between Nebula and Thanos. The third movie you should watch before seeing Avengers Endgame is Captain America Civil War. Civil War deals with the fallout and all the collateral damage that the Avengers have caused indirectly or directly through all the battles they've gone through in the MCU. Civil War also shows the rift and the divide between the Avengers, and especially our two main primary characters in the MCU, Tony Stark and Captain America, who gets separated at the end of that movie, and then going into Avengers Infinity War, that plays a key role in that story. And in Avengers Endgame, we are of course going to see the reunion of the Avengers. They're all going to assemble once again. Civil War, again, will give you that understanding going into watching the next movie that I'm going to recommend, and also Avengers Endgame. If nothing else, these last two movies are probably the biggest, most important movies you should watch before going into Endgame. The second to last movie I'm going to recommend to you today is Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War leads directly into Avengers Endgame. It establishes Thanos, his quest for the Infinity Stones. The Avengers go up against Thanos in Avengers Infinity War, and I'm not going to spoil what happens if you haven't already seen it, because again, that's the operating assumption in this video, is that you haven't seen any of these films yet. Avengers Infinity War is pretty much a prologue to Avengers Endgame, and while it does kind of stand alone as its own film, it's very important to understand what happens in that movie to see Avengers Endgame. And the fifth and final movie I'm going to recommend that you see before seeing Avengers Endgame is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Some people might say Captain Marvel, some people might say a different MCU movie, but Ant-Man and the Wasp, while it doesn't have any major effect on your viewing of Avengers Endgame, it's going to explore something called the Quantum Realm, which from everything we've seen and heard about Avengers Endgame, the Quantum Realm is going to play a key and pivotal role in undoing what was done in Avengers Infinity War, and is also going to play a key role, we are all assuming, in taking down Thanos. And we all think that Ant-Man himself, Scott Lang, is going to also play a very key role and maybe be the key to undoing what was done in Avengers Infinity War. And going into Endgame, these 5 movies, with all the characters these movies establish, with all the relationships that these movies build on, I feel with these 5 movies, you're going to have a really good understanding of what the MCU is all about, and going into Endgame, you shouldn't be confused by anything major at all. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. My name is Tom, thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time.